buddy, let me describe a situation for you, and you can just see if this resonates. You've chosen your freelancing service and your niche. You've created a portfolio in that niche. You've started applying to freelancing jobs, but there's just one problem. You're still not finding any clients. Baby, I've been there. I've been there. Okay? I was there. Let's talk about it. Finding clients is the biggest challenge that new freelancers face. I do get many emails and comments from people asking for advice specifically on how to find clients. So in this video today, we're going to talk about the 3 most common mistakes that freelancers make when they're trying to find clients. So keep watching to find out if you're making one or several of these mistakes. And then make sure you stay tuned to the end because I'm going to tell you the details on a workshop I'm doing called Client Quest, which covers 10 proven strategies for finding freelancing clients. And who am I? Well, I'm so glad you asked. My name is Colleen Welsch. I'm a freelancer with 10 years of experience, and I worked with brands like Olay, Coty, Marc Jacobs, Gucci Beauty, Dyson. There's more. I can't think of any right now, but I'm super popular. I've had a moderate level of success, okay? I do well enough. I make a full-time salary and I work part-time hours, so that helps. That's what I know about this. Okay, number 1, you're chasing the wrong clients. If you are applying to jobs or contacting clients that don't fit into your service or your niche or your rates that you want to work for, then you're wasting your time. A lot of people just don't choose a niche because they feel that by choosing a niche, they will be limiting the amount of clients that they could potentially work with, which let's just paint a picture here. You don't need to work with every client in order to make a full-time living as a writer. What you need to do is level yourself up to the point where you are able to charge higher rates so that you can just have like 5 clients and that's enough to make $60,000 a year, which is completely realistic. And let me show you. Okay, let's just use the example of $60,000 a year. I'll just do the math over here. It would be better than me writing it, trust me. I can't write for some reason. If you wanted to make $60,000 a year, which most parts of the US, you'd be doing pretty good. That means that every month you need to make $5,000. And we're talking before taxes here. This is before taxes. So how do we make $5,000 per month?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Let's say you're charging 30 cents a word. That seems pretty reasonable if you are a mid-level expert in your category. And let's say that you have a package for your clients where you write 4 1,000 word posts per month. So for each client, you will make $1,200 per month. 5,000 divided by 1,200 means that you need 4 to 5 clients, retainer clients per month in order to meet that income goal, and you'll be making $60,000. So you don't need all the clients. You need 4 or 5 clients in order to make a living as a freelancer. As long as you have recurring clients, and I will also link to a video about building long-term relationships with your clients up here. Or is it here? It's here, I think. So anyways, you need to choose a niche, build some expertise in that niche, and also decide on who your ideal client is in that niche. Like, what kinds of businesses do you want to work with? For example, I work in the beauty industry. I wanted to work with big name companies that I could put on my portfolio. My dream client when I was starting off was Olay, and I worked with Olay within 1 year of starting. And why did I work with Olay within 1 year of starting? Because I had a portfolio that was going to attract a client like Olay. And with that portfolio, I also did like a short project for Johnson & Johnson. And then I ended up working with Coty, which led to me working with Dyson presently. Even if you niche down, if you don't have that specific client in mind, you're not going to know how to do any of your marketing. You're not going to know how to create your portfolio, how to do your website. You really need that aim. You have to have a customer in mind. Number 2, you're waiting for work to appear. What's that scene in Titanic?
A real man makes his own luck. Billy Zane, Titanic.
You have to go out and get clients. They're not going to come to you. Usually, if you're a beginner, they're not going to come to you. Eventually, they will come to you. Once you build your portfolio, like I don't do a whole lot of outreach. I will be doing some outreach soon because I'm going to do a whole video on using AI to cold pitch clients. And I downloaded like a lead generation software and we're going to talk about that later. But that's not this video. But you should subscribe because it's coming soon. Anyways, you're gonna have to put in work to find clients, and it can't just be like willy-nilly emailing people. You need a system. You need to be organized. You need a strategy. For example, one of my top ways to find clients is cold pitching, which is when you just email businesses and you're like, hey, I'd like to work for you, here's what I can do for you, and here's my portfolio. But you need a spreadsheet to like track everyone you're talking to. You need some kind of strategy for how you're gonna get these emails. You also need like on that spreadsheet to be tracking like how different variations of your cold pitches are succeeding. Like if you send it to customer service, do you get a better response if you send it to the marketing team? Is it better if you send it on LinkedIn versus in an email? Is one form of your cold pitch template better than another? These are all important factors to consider. I mean, this is one of my favorite things about being an entrepreneur is the experimentation. Like you just try different stuff and see what works. And when I'm giving you this information, by the way, I am giving you the results of years of experimentation and I'm telling you what has worked for me. Anyways, I'm just telling you this stuff because I already spent a bunch of time figuring this out and maybe it'll save you some time. Maybe it won't work for you, but this will give you some ideas for the experiments that you can run in your business. Furthermore, I have a cold pitch kit on my website for free with the templates that I use and also the spreadsheet that I use to keep track of all the pitches so you don't email the same person more than once, and also you can like keep track of follow-ups and okay. And number 3, you're looking for clients in all the wrong places. Look, as a new freelancer, I wasted so much time like making an Instagram and like making a Pinterest and like a blog and like for what? Like I think people skip to that step where you're like building an audience, which is great to have an audience. It's great to have an audience. I have an audience. You're the audience and I love you. But when you're starting out, that's not what you're doing. You're not building an audience, you're just trying to get clients. So people make that mistake a lot. That's like advanced freelancing. If you're new, you're not ready for that yet. You need to just focus on finding the clients and also looking in places where you can find high-paying clients and clients who respect freelancers. I'm looking at you, Fiverr. No, Fiverr is not one of the 10 ways. Spoiler alert. I'm like the anti-Fiverr. Well, buddy, I hope that was helpful. So I want to tell you about the event now. It's called Client Quest 10 Ways. What is it? 10 winning strategies to find high-paying clients. The workshop will take place on August 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern. Why that time? Because I live in the Eastern time zone. It's an hour and a half. So we're going to start with like the basics of setting up a freelance business in case you are completely new and you don't know what's going on. Basically, I'm going to walk through the basics of setting that up so that you'll be ready to find clients. And then the 10 winning strategies for finding clients, in my opinion, finding high-paying clients, keyword, and then we will move into a Q&A and feedback section for the remainder of the 1.5 hours. It is $35. I'm going to link it below. If that time is inconvenient for you, you can't make it, if you register, you will receive a replay link later. If you see this video in 2 years, then there will be a link to purchase the replay on my website below. And hello, I hope the future is wonderful and you're doing great. I hope I'm doing great. Okay, cool. That's all I have. I just busted this out real quick because boy, did my last video flop. Man, that did not feel good. And I think I'm above caring about these things, and then I have my worst video ever, and I'm like, I am not above caring about this. I care. I care a lot. Maybe too much. But anyways, that's the thing I'm gonna talk to my therapist about later. Okay, bye!